Okay, today is a really exciting day because we are going to be seeing how the chestnut move actually moves. So I know this video is uploaded on April 1st. This is April Fool's Day, at least in the United States, where there's usually a lot of jokes going around. This is not a joke. I'm being dead serious. This is the real thing. Today, we are going to see the world's first fully robotic chessboard autonomously moving every single piece individually. So what we have right here is the charging pad. Right now you can see all of the pieces currently have red LEDs. That means all of them are charging right now. So one of the coolest things about this particular board is that I don't even need to set up the pieces for myself. All I need to do is set all of the pieces onto the board and click a button, which is on the far side for me right now, and that will have the board automatically scan all of the pieces, see where they all are located on the board's surface, and drive them exactly where they need to be. So let's take off the last couple of pieces here. It does give us 2 extra queens, so what it's going to do is it's going to put those extra queens on the margins of the board here. Put that down. And then if we look right over here, there's actually a button. It's going to be right next to the charging cable. It has a hand with a piece. So all I need to do is press that. The board scans everything and will automatically move the pieces to where they need to go. Now, I really scrambled the pieces up right now. So what it's going to need to do is open up doors, move pieces out of the way, shift them around, and then drive them where they need to be. So I'm going to stop talking and you guys can just watch the board move the pieces. And there we go. The board is entirely reset. Something I want to do in an upcoming video is actually race the board and see who can set up a board faster. I've worked as a chess coach for quite a while now, and I've gotten pretty quick at setting up a chessboard, and I want to see if I can do it faster than this one here. I have a suspicion I probably can, but what I'll do is I'll make it a lot easier for the board. I'll put all the black pieces on one side, all the white pieces on one side, and it just kind of needs to drive them where they need to be. And then I'll just dump the pieces on the board on another one, and I'll race and I'll set them up and see there. So what we see here is the pieces are all reset. Looking at piece centering, this one a little bit off, this one a little bit off. Maybe the knight is a little astray. But other than that, the pieces do center themselves pretty well. It's not perfect, but it is really, really good. One thing I would suggest to the Chestnut team is to continue working on the algorithms for piece centering and for the coordination of the pieces moving around one another, because sometimes the board does get a little bit confused and it takes an extra second or two for the board to rescan and figure out where the pieces are, readjust and drive the pieces where they need to be. But aside from that, it is really remarkable how quick it actually is. I'm quite surprised. Comparing this to the other autonomous board that I once tried, which was the square off swap, it only had a single arm, so resetting the pieces took maybe 5 minutes. I think it was about 5 minutes, as it would grab a piece magnetically, the arm would move the piece where it needs to go, drop it off, and then grab the next one. But this one, I would say, was probably about 30 seconds, I think is what it was. I can check the timestamp a little bit later, but it was fairly quick. We have the 2 extra queens here on the side, and then the pieces are all set up on the correct side too. This here is the 8th rank. This over here is the 1st rank. So now that we've seen the board completely reset itself, I am going to readjust the camera and we're going to play an offline chess game. So I'll be playing with the white pieces and then the board will be responding with the black pieces, and we're going to see how that looks. So here we are with the board entirely set up here. What I will be doing now is playing the game with the white pieces against the board, which will be responding to me with the black pieces here. There is an M on the button control pad here, so I'm going to click and hold that. Oh, sorry, just press it once. Press it once, and that is going to open up the side selection menu. So green is for white. If I press it again, it will select the black pieces. I want to be playing with the white, so I will press and hold now, and then it will switch to what level difficulty do you want to play. So this is level 1. Over here, it will keep lighting up all the different rows, and this is level 8. Level 8, the primary difference is that the board thinks longer about its moves, and then it just plays a lot stronger. So we're going to play against the easy level mode here. Press and hold for that, and it is now selected. So I have the white pieces. Let's go ahead and play e4 as my opening move. Or rather, e3. So what happened here is because the board responds so quickly, if I don't pick the piece up high enough, sometimes it will register the first piece moved, or the first square I go to as the square I wanted to move to. So let's pick this one up a little higher, and here we are. Can move to the square there. Piece trade. Let's go from here. Bring out our for knight. So when the pieces need to move and there's not enough space, it will part the way and then it will move a piece. That's good. So see, for the knight move, since the knight needs to hop over, it separates the pieces and then moves there. So let me capture. And so it didn't take. If the black army had decided to take my piece, there would be a red LED on the board. My piece would move away and the green LED would show which piece was capturing mine. That didn't happen. So let's just go ahead and take another piece. Why not? So there, we have the red LED indicating that that piece is captured. The board will move it to the side. And there we are. So let's castle. To castle in this board, you're going to need to move the king first, then the rook. All right, let's capture that. The board didn't like exactly where I put it, so it adjusted my piece. It didn't capture again, so let's just keep taking pieces. Let's put my rook here in the center. Okay. Didn't pick up the piece high enough again, so by sliding it, the board responds too quickly, and it misinterprets that as I just moved one square. This isn't an issue if you connect to the app, but at least when I'm playing against the board, it can sometimes be a little bit of an issue. Give our bishop there. Here comes the black bishop. All right, let's trade. Okay. Let's go queen b4. Rook's gonna run away. Let's advance our pawn. See, that time it read it fine. It didn't read this is the move I wanted to play, so that's convenient. All right, let's get my rook where I wanted it in the first place. Let's go here. So the board is really quick. It plays very fast, deciding on its moves. Okay, they are piling up on my piece there. That, I think I might have just lost a piece. That's not great. Well, in that case, I actually could take this. So let me do that. You know, attack me. Well, I'll go back to where I was. Can almost take, but not quite. Let's go here. All right, we'll pick up the bishop. Let's attack the rook. And it's going to castle. So here we're going to see how it castles. King first, and then the rook moves over. Very nice. And rather quick. So we'll take this. Okay. Check. Take with check again. And there is checkmate. So as of right now, the prototype board doesn't do anything when you checkmate. On the other chestnut boards, it'll light up your side and say, this is the side that won. But the board doesn't do that right now. There are a lot of features that are still being worked on in the app, and I'm actually waiting for the Android app to be fully updated and ready to go. The Apple or iOS app is already done. I don't use Apple products, so unfortunately I can't connect to my board just yet, but that's coming very soon, probably in the next couple days. So once that happens, I will film another video and I will play a live game online on chess.com, and I'll play against somebody using the board, and it's gonna be super cool. So I can't wait, but this was just a quick demo of how the pieces move. You can see the board resetting itself. In fact, while I'm talking, let's just turn off the bot game and then have the board reset itself. Oops. Put some of the pieces on the table. Should not have done that. They need to be on the board, otherwise they can't move. So here we go, the board is resetting itself, and as soon as this is done, I'll be ready to play another game. And there we are, the board is reset and we are ready for another game. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, share this video with your friend who loves to play chess, and if you'd like to pre-order this board right here, you can use my discount code chessusee316 to save 20% off your order of either the wooden version of this board or the plastic piece variant. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.